Harvey Weinstein stands accused of rape and sexual harassment by 100 women. But as his trial begins, intel's leaked that a number of journalists have been holding back on a second document that was handed out to them by the Weinstein team. Okay, this story to me, here's what it raises, and tell me where you want to take it from there, but to me it's just so obvious. It's the American journalist mainstream, again, that says, okay, here's a guy that's got money, he's got influence, he doesn't look like a rapist that we would characterize as a rapist, but he is. He's a serial rapist. And, oh, by the way, knowing Weinstein is part of the A celebrity list, so we don't want to treat Weinstein bad, because if we do, we can't get to other celebrities. They won't talk to us. It's all about journalists saying, yeah, I'm going to forgive this. I'm not going to report it. This information was given to them a long time ago. They're not. It's like dead silence, isn't it?
Right. I mean, Weinstein's team is out there passing around this PowerPoint to journalists that all it does is smear the victims.
Yeah.
Say that you can't believe these women, you know, oh, they were probably dressed a little too provocative. The same old we always hear in these sexual assault cases. And
poorly written.
Right.
But tell me a journalist who's done a story on it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a big story.
Right. And they had it for months, some of them for a couple years, because it's gone through several different iterations of it. And then finally, you get reporter Iron Carmen, who gets her hands on this and says, okay, this is actually something we need to expose here.
Exactly.
But it is, as you say, it's just as much a media story as it is a Weinstein story, because these reporters, they wanted access. And a lot of them, according to the reports now, well, I also wanted to pitch a screenplay that I had to Weinstein. So of course I'm not going to go after the guy. It's sickening.
So rather than being journalists, look, I say it again, investigative journalists are a thing of the past. Investigative journalism in America is dead. If it weren't for documentaries that tell these kind of stories, these stories are never told. Because you got journalists, I wonder this days, I really do wonder whether it's intellectual capacity to understand that this is a story. That's the first thing. Then I wonder how much we're hearing, oh, gee whiz, they've cut the news departments, we can't do stories like this. This is an important story. Right. Here you have Weinstein that is hiring these flying monkeys to go after these women that he's raped, and the excuse, the document, apparently reads like a fifth grader wrote the document. So anyway, it's just another instance where I go, they did the same thing with Epstein, didn't they?
Right, exactly the same thing.
Tie it into the Epstein scenario.
It's exactly like all of the reporters, and because we had tons of A-list reporters that used to hang out with Epstein, all these tech giants, scientists, well-known scientists, including Hawking, hanging out with Epstein, and it was because, well, we know his history. He's already served time in jail, kind of, for this pedophilia incident, but he's got money, he's got connections. We need to be a part of that, so we're going to look the other way. Access. That is what it is.
I got to have access. So yes, I'm willing to let this guy who we know raped children, 14-year-old, 15-year-old children, we're going to let it go because we really want access to his friends, and we don't want his friends to get mad at us as journalists because they're probably not going to give us another story. Ugly, ugly story, I'll tell you.